Hidden love. Jesus told other kingdom stories, like these. The kingdom of heaven is like another farmer planting seeds in his newly ploughed field. That night, while he slept, an enemy came and scattered weeds in the field and crept away unseen. When the seeds began to sprout, so too did all the weeds. The farmhands came to the farmer and told him the field was full of weeds, and asked him where they had come from. "The world is full of enemies," the farmer replied. And the farmhands asked if he wanted them to go and hoe the field as best they could to get rid of the weeds. But the farmer said, "No, don't do that, for we may damage the crop. Leave it alone, and at the right time we will gather up the weeds for burning and bring the harvest into the barn." The kingdom of heaven is like a farmer who plants seeds in his field. Day and night, whether the farmer tends the field or not, the seeds sprout and grow. No one really knows how it grows. It just does in the soil, all by itself. First stalk, then head, then grain. As soon as it is ripe, the farmer sets to work, because it is harvest time. The kingdom of heaven is just like a tiny mustard seed planted in a field. Despite being such a tiny seed, it can grow into a tree big enough for the birds to nest in it. The kingdom of heaven is like someone mixing a little yeast into a lot of flour. It is that small difference that makes the dough rise. Jesus used many stories like these, and in this way he fulfilled the prophecy, "I will tell stories to share the message of things hidden since the dawn of time." One evening, after the crowds had gone home, the disciples asked Jesus to explain the story of the seeds and weeds. Jesus answered, "The farmer is the Son of Man. The world is the field. The good seed is those who believe in God, and the weeds are those who do not. The harvest is the end of time. Weeds are gathered and burnt like those who still refuse to listen and turn to God, whilst the harvest is all those whose light of faith will shine in my Father's kingdom. That is why these stories matter." The kingdom of heaven is like treasure long buried in a field. Someone unexpectedly finds it, but then, surprisingly, buries it again. Then they go and sell everything they have to save up and buy the field. The kingdom of heaven is like a jeweller being offered the most perfect pearl in the world. They again sell everything they have to acquire it. The kingdom of heaven is like a fisherman casting his net into the sea and catching all sorts of things. He draws the net up out of the water, and the crew sit down to sort through it all. Good fish are put aside, bad ones are thrown back into the water. This is what it will be like at the end of time, when good and evil will be separated. The good will enter the kingdom, the other will come to know what they have lost. Jesus turned to his followers and said, "Do you understand now what I am saying?" "Yes, we do," they replied. "As my followers," Jesus says, "you have these treasures and more to share in the days to come." A prophet in his own town scorned by those who knew him best of all tells stories to the least of men who crowd around to hear his call. These tales of fish and pearls and weeds and trees that grow from mustard seed point to God's kingdom all around, which sought with purpose can be found. Like yeast in dough that leavens bread, or treasure hidden in a field, or seeds and weeds together grown, so too is gracious love concealed. And all these kingdom stories tell of God's great love for every man, of kingdom's justice, truth and love, and rescue through salvation's plan.